Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Satnam, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Gobind, and this is your Channel for Grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live, and thank you to those of you that are watching the replay. We're going to dive into the astrology of the full moon in Cancer. I'm doing this video actually a little bit earlier in the week than usual because I'm going to be traveling starting this weekend, so I won't get a chance to actually do the astrology closer to the day of the full moon, which is next Tuesday, I believe, the 26th of December. So a full moon in Cancer is a very emotional energy, and we'll talk all about that. But before we do, I want to invite you to please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you get notified of when I go live and when I upload videos. And I also want to invite you to download my free moon astrology guide, which is going to tell you what your psychic gifts are based off of your moon sign. And then it enters you into my email list, which is the best way to stay connected to all of the events, the millions of events that are constantly ongoing and the new events that are coming in 2024. So this is officially our last full moon of the year. So here we are. Hello, Raessa, welcome in. Hello, Maricela, welcome in. Hello, Dawn. Thank you guys for being here. Please say hi if you're here live in the chat. I love the chat interaction and I love saying hi to you guys. But let me know that you're here. And there's, like I said, so many things coming up. We have actually the Capricorn season is almost here. Can you guys believe that? Thursday, the sun enters Capricorn, and Thursday is the winter solstice, which means we are transitioning seasons. We are shifting energy, and the winter season is all about going within. It's the reflective, at least in the northern hemisphere, we're having the winter. It's about going within and reflecting and planting the seeds that will begin to sprout in the spring when the new astrological year starts. So the last 3 seasons of the astrological year are Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. And there's a lot of new beginnings. Yeah, right, Maricela? And there's a lot of new beginnings that are going on between now and then. We also have the Chinese New Year happens in February 9th, which is actually the day that we're starting the Moon Goddess Training 2024, which, by the way, the registration is now open. There's links below to check that out. And I did a free Akashic Healing retreat, a 10-day retreat. And all the replays are now ready to be watched and uploaded. So if you join the event, you'll see exactly where they are, and you'll get to watch the replays, and you can do it on your own time. I recommend one a day for like the 10 days. But yeah, it's a beautiful opportunity to learn what the Moon Goddess training is all about. And then it's also really cool to just take care of yourself, like do something that's going to make you feel better and heal through the chakras, because we do all of the chakras through that 10-day period. It was really fun. We did it live, but now it's it's uploaded, so available if anybody is interested. So yeah, we're about to hit this winter solstice. We're actually going to do our winter solstice ceremony, which the Celtic holidays we celebrate in the Starseed membership. Hello, Bernardine. Welcome in. The Starseed membership, we celebrate all of the Celtic holidays. So the solstices and the equinoxes and the cross quarter days. And I used to do this a while ago, which was every time we had one of these ceremonies, I would do a giveaway, and I would like literally put everyone's name inside a jar and then pull a name during the ceremony. And I'm going to bring that back. So I'm super excited. We're going to have our first group giveaway this Thursday, and whoever wins is going to get a free Your Human Design map, which is a PDF file, all of the information about your human design, your type, your strategy, your authority, your incarnation cross, your channels, your centers, and your hanging gates. And it's like and I give you your unique mantra, which I create with combination of everything, like astrology, gene keys, and human design. But it's so cool. And if you've already gotten one, you can always gift it to somebody or get it for someone else in your family. So yes. Oh, your birthday is on Imbolc. Wow. That's really cool. That's really, really cool. 'Cause that's going to be that new moon in Aquarius, which is the Chinese New Year, the year of the dragon. 2024 is the year of the dragon. So that's really cool. So anyways, come join us for this event. This winter solstice is a really powerful time. The solstices and the equinoxes are, but I think specifically the solstices, they really are potent times of like reflection and meditation. And we're going to be doing that. And it's a group ritual. So everybody brings, we've been doing this and it's super fun. Everybody brings like their tarot cards and oracle cards, and we all do like a reading together. Like I'll tell you which card you're pulling next, and then you pull one, and we like share it and we put it all together. It's like really, really fun. So yeah, a chance to win a free reading if you join us for this event. I hope you do. So wanted to let you guys know about that. I'm also having a free Activate Your New Year challenge I'm hosting it with Arielle McGuire, who is co-leading the Aquarian Business School for Lightworkers 6-week course, which begins January 11th on the new moon in Capricorn, the very first new moon of the year. It's this beautiful like business energy, like Capricorn. So it's perfect. But in the Activate Your New Year challenge, we're going to set intentions for the year. We're going to set ourselves up for success for 2024. And it's really good. It's good to do these kind of intention setting activities when there's big transitions like this. So hopefully you can join us for that. I mean, why not? It's free, right? So come check it out. It's a 5-day challenge from the 1st through the 5th. And if you're already in our global community, then you can just find the event and RSVP to it, and make sure you RSVP because you'll get the notifications when the event is live, and then you won't miss any of the actual events. So that's going to be really, really awesome. Excited about that. And I think that's everything that I wanted to share with you guys. So again, thank you for being here, and let's dive into this astrology. So I'm going to share my screen, and this is what we're looking at. We're looking at a full moon in Cancer that is happening at 4 degrees and 58 minutes of Cancer. So how do you know that it's a full moon? Well, you look for where you have, I think this is it, the moon and the sun, and they're opposing at exactly the same degree. So 458 here for the moon, and then 4:58 here for the sun, but they're exactly on opposing signs. So that's how you know we're having a full moon. Oops. And it's actually obviously a very emotional frequency because it is Cancer. And it's also activating that energy of the moon goddess and our intuitive abilities and the power of emotions to help us receive information. So we're often afraid of emotions, but our emotions have the most powerful information for us. So if you can handle the emotional frequency, it can be a really beautiful opportunity for you to tune in. Our emotions can help us to pinpoint where the work is needed and how to heal. And so this is a great time to surrender to the flow of emotions that move through you during this time. So let's take a look at some of the aspects that are happening here. There is a sextile to Jupiter. That's beautiful, you guys, because Jupiter is basically sextiling the moon and trining the sun. You couldn't ask for something better than this kind of an aspect. Jupiter brings auspiciousness, brings good luck, brings abundance. It brings the party. You know what I mean? Jupiter is Sag ruled, and Sag brings the party. So Jupiter comes in and just magnifies the energy. So in a sense, I feel like you'd be like, what's so good about magnifying an intense emotional frequency? But it's a sextile. So think about that. It's not a square. If it was a square, it would be like a little bit intense. But because it's a sextile, it's going to bring in the good vibes, right? Look at this other beautiful aspect that's happening. A trine to Saturn. And Saturn, although he restricts the moon's emotions, in this kind of a trine, because Saturn is also in the sign of Pisces, which is another water sign, he is helping us to understand things from a more, sober kind of perspective, to still tap into our intuition, but to listen to the messages in a way that helps us to step into responsibility, that helps us to step into leadership, that helps us to actually show up. And I think that's actually really, really beautiful and something that's really needed. I think we're having a tough time right now with being able to kind of step up, So I see this in a lot of people, and it's really important that you start to make some really important decisions in your life and then commit, make a commitment, set goals for yourself, especially because we're going to be in Capricorn season now. This is the time to set goals. If there was ever a time during the year, it's this. So what do you want? What do you want to achieve? How do you want to, evolve? But you're going to have to work hard to get the things that you want, and you need to be okay with that. So I think it's actually beautiful. We also have Mercury making a conjunction to Mars in Sagittarius. Let me erase some of the stuff. Okay, so here is Mercury, Mars, and they are 25 and 23, so very close together. In fact, Mercury is technically on the galactic center. They're both on Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus is the 13th sign, and so this makes this moon a Ophiuchus and galactic center stargate, and the Mercury are mind, and Mars, the drive and motivation coming together. It's like, well, the galactic powerful thoughts that we're downloading, the ideas that we're downloading they're moving straight into action. And it's action that's going to expand you, and it's action that's going to help you grow, and it's going to help you go beyond your edge. So you have to be careful, but it's actually really a powerful opportunity for that growth. But these two are actually making a square to Neptune. And so that's what makes it a little tricky, because when Neptune makes squares to anything, pretty much, he brings in I mean, this is like Poseidon, right? Like the god of the sea. He brings in like a storm, you know, like a hurricane, and you're like, I can't see anything, or like it's really foggy. The clouds are here and I can't see, you know, the water evaporates and it's all foggy. So you have to make sure, what are you going to trust? If you can't trust what you see, you have to trust what you feel. Coming back to the moon, the wisdom of the moon and the wisdom of the emotions. And there's also a beautiful trine from frickin' Venus to Neptune. And that's like the dreamy, like beautiful, powerful invitation to more love, more compassion, more depth in our relationships, more connection. It's so pretty. It's like more romance. Like that's so, I mean, these are beautiful. Like all the water signs are doing some awesome stuff together. I love this a lot. The conjunction between Mercury and Mars too is also making this like beautiful trine to the North Node. So like what? All of these things are like interconnecting in a really beautiful way. So overall, I feel like this is going to be a beautiful and harmonious and like very like deep dive, emotional deep dive, but in a beautiful way where you're going to feel accomplished, where you're going to feel guided towards, you know, your future, towards your destiny. And then Venus is also making a sextile to Pluto. So more depth, but in a beautiful way. This is just amazing. And then another thing that's really important to mention is that Pluto, if you look at him right now, he's going to be at 29. That's the last degree of Capricorn. And he's getting very close to entering into Aquarius. So 29 degrees of Pluto is no joke. 29 degrees is a critical degree that we need to actually pay attention to. And it guides us into all of the lessons of Capricorn that we've had since 2008. Hello, Maria. Welcome in. We've had major Capricorn lessons since 2008, Pluto Capricorn. And then 2020 were all the crazy conjunctions. So since then, we've been like, woo, there's a lot. There's liberation, there's transformation, there's transcendence with this energy of freaking Capricorn, you know? And the fact that he is in Capricorn at 29 is a big deal because this is Capricorn season. It's ruled by, you know, Capricorn's ruled by Saturn. And Saturn is in Pisces in this very like spiritual realm, the wise sage. But we're really here to like, I think celebrate the power of our emotions. The chakra, according to the ancient Atlanteans, the chakra that Cancer connects to is the sacral chakra. So it's again about flow, emotional flow, creative flow, being in the flow. All of those are big themes. And then the system is the lymphatic system, which is also about flow, the liquids in your body, the fluids in your body. You have to drink a lot of water, especially during any kind of Cancer thing, because you're kind of ruled by the lymphatic system. And if you can't drink water and you can't move your body, that energy gets stuck, and then you're not cleansing. You're not like, it gets stagnant. And it's like, symbolically, it's like the old memories just kind of sit there and like, they make you sick, you know? That's why you got to move your body. Exercise is the only way to really have the lymphatic system function. It's through movement. Like walking is really good. Any kind of exercise, because the lymphatic system pumps via the muscles. And if the muscles are not doing anything, the lymphatic system is not going to do anything either. It's just going to sit there and be stagnant. So don't be a couch potato. But anyways, these are really, really cool themes. What we're going to talk about next is the Chandra symbol. So I'm using the inside degrees, and hopefully my screen stops doing that because I can't stand it when it does that. This is a really powerful book about the symbolism within the degrees of the zodiac. So we're going to look at what is the Chandra symbol of 4 degrees of Cancer. So let's take a look at it. Here we go. A trap door under a rug. That's actually kind of exciting. Getting lost and getting found. Shadowed by self all the way. Sent upon a cycle of radical externalization and almost being able to pull it off. Yet you are shadowed, haunted, bugged, and sabotaged by the strangest things. Fate speaks loud and clear and says, you're doing all this for a purpose, and your expression is pushing so far outward for good reason. But you must remember, get sobered and humbled. Be tripped up by what you don't see and won't let yourself feel. Superstitious and peripherally aware of just about everything. Concentrated upon self-intent and with ferocious striving insistency. Needing to accomplish concrete external goals and needing to find them to be no longer enough. Pursuing yourself beyond the immediate drama so that soul can restore wholeness, just where persona gets swept away by how easy and natural it is to fill your world with your own ideas and sensibility. There's a lot there. But a trapdoor under a rug. To me, that says like, it's like a mystery, you know? It's like, look what I discovered. It also says, you know, the rug is the ground. And it's underground, you know, so it's deep, like Pluto style is deep. And it might be like, I don't know if I want to go under there, you know, and it's a trapdoor. So, you know, something's trapped in there. But it could also be like you're discovering a new mystery, or you're noticing that there are things under there that are kind of hidden and trapped. And how do you release them and get them out? This is really cool. So we're gonna just keep kind of flowing along. I want to talk about the gene key that this full moon is on. The gene key is the 52nd gene key, and it's called the still point, the stilling of the wave. On this full moon, what this full moon is asking us is to transmute the shadow of stress to the gift of restraint, and eventually to the city of stillness. This gene key is part of the ring of seeking, which includes the 15, the 39, the 52, the 53, the 54, and the 58. All the ones in the 50s is kind of interesting. But this codon ring is the great pressure codon inside human DNA. Each of the 6 gene keys within this group drives an aspect of human evolutionary movement. In the shadow frequency, this pressure creates stress and fear because it's in the root. This gate is in the root. In the higher frequencies, this pressure generates creativity and aspiration to rise up to greater spiritual awakening. Together, these 6 pressures drive you to seek answers that bring an end to the longing inside you. All seeking is therefore partially rooted in dissatisfaction, and all seeking eventually lead you inwards. It is this turning in that unlocks the huge reservoirs of vitality that are available to you when you relax enough, as you see that all seeking is simply life looking for itself. You begin to stop seeking. As the pressure within you falls away, the vital energy becomes clearer and more radiant within you. Like, that is so beautiful. And what I want to do is dive into the city and read about the city of this 52nd gene key. And we're going to talk about the human design of it tomorrow. And this is a powerful channel, the channel of concentration. It's like, how much are you really truly able to focus on the things that are important to you? So here we go. The stilling of the wave. An interesting phenomenon occurs at the highest level of frequency that may help us understand why the Siddhic state transcends frequency altogether. If you consider what frequency really is, the oscillation of energy waves at different speeds and intervals, you will find that there is a paradox when you take frequency to either of its extremes. Energy waves oscillating at lower and lower frequencies would eventually stop altogether, and you would experience nothingness. At the other end of the spectrum, the energy waves vibrating at higher and higher frequencies eventually become so close together that they merge to create another kind of nothingness. This nothingness represents the Siddhic state. Obviously, there are many words used to describe this state. Bliss, or universal love, or in the case of the 52nd city, stillness. The city of stillness can greatly help us to understand this concept of transcending frequency. Paradoxically, both ends of the spectrum lead to the same state. At both extremes of the spectrum, we experience stillness. Many spiritual systems or great teachers have referred to the ultimate enlightened state as nothingness or void. The Buddha was particularly fond of this terminology. In fact, this 52nd city has a real taste of the Buddha about it. The ancient Chinese named the 52nd hexagram of the I Ching Keeping Still Mountain. And one is reminded here of the image of Buddha sitting in absolute stillness beneath the Bodhi tree, waiting for all phenomena to dissolve and the true reality of enlightenment to shine through. When a being attains realization through the 52nd city, some intriguing things occur. Since all frequency and energy patterns are experienced as stopping, you find yourself sitting at the heart of all creation. All phenomena are experienced as wheeling around you as you become the point, the still point of existence itself. The incredible sheath of fear and stress created by the world aura can no longer touch you since you occupy a space outside of all vibration. This is why mystics use terms such as spaceless space to describe this state. Along with the stillness comes the experience of the 58th city of bliss, the programming partner of the 52nd city. These two great cities, the 52nd and the 58th, mirror one of these great universal concepts of geometry and physics, the torus. The torus is a multi-dimensional geometric figure that lies at the heart of all space, time. Matthias talks a lot about this. The torus demonstrates the universal laws of energy dynamics based on torque and spiraling forces. At one end of the torus is the black hole, representing the yin pole that sucks, contracts, and enfolds all energy and matter into itself. At the other end of the torus is the white hole, representing the yang pole that releases, creates, and expands all energy and matter outwards to create space, time itself. The torus is a magnificent figure that unites centrifugal and centripetal forces, bringing implosive and explosive dynamics into the same system. Within human DNA, the torus, at the heart of all being, is directly experienced through the state of enlightenment, which unites stillness, the black hole, with bliss, the white hole. This experience of utter stillness and bliss is derived from a higher functioning of your genetics. The human endocrine system is essentially an alchemical factory in which chemicals and hormones are combined and created. As we saw with the 52nd shadow, the glandular functions of the body secrete the hormone adrenaline whenever the shadow is activated through fear. People living with the illusory field of the low frequencies are actually addicted to this hormone and the fear that creates it. However, at the Siddhic level of frequency or lack of frequency, the body actually creates hormones and neurotransmitters that are extremely rarefied. Every city has its unique glandular secretion, and in the case of the 52nd city, a hormone is secreted which induces bliss and stillness throughout the body. For millennia, humans have sought these magical secretions and have mythologized them as elixirs and panaceas that can be created chemically. In recent years, certain substances and drugs have been created that imitate or activate these hormonal secretions. An example, which is the drug ecstasy. What we need to understand is that the process of mutation leading to such hormonal secretions is a highly delicate organic process that is catalyzed by a far more subtle process occurring at the energetic level. As this process has passed through many organic stages without interference, the body creates a physical counterpart to the subtle process that has taken place. In the case of the 50-second city, the experience of time standing still is reflected through a neurotransmitter that effectively stops thought when awareness is not required for communication. If you have the 55th gene key, you have read about a collective phenomenon that will soon be coming into the world known as the stilling of the wave. Oh, hey, I didn't know that. This phenomenon will come about as a result of a physical genetic mutation that is predicted to sweep through humanity beginning around the year 2027. Oh, the raves. This mutation will trigger a sequential process involving the flowering of the 64 gene keys as a collective level and the expanding emergence of the gifts and cities in the world. Wow. The expression stilling of the wave refers to the stilling of the chaotic emotional energy field that currently dominates our planet. One of the cities we will see coming into the world more and more is the 52nd city. I love this. Remember that this 52nd gene key is a seed archetype, and it concerns the unfolding of intention into individual destiny through service. As all cities are collective in nature, the 52nd city also contains the seed of a great new beginning and the original intention and dream of mankind to realize our position as the still point at the heart of creation itself. The 52nd city contains within itself the power to focus humanity into a single unified pattern. It emanates a collective energy field that will eventually pacify the human emotional system. The 52nd shadow of stress is closely related to time. Much stress is caused because people experience time as moving too fast that they panic and try to catch up with it. Isn't that funny? The aura of a single being manifesting this 52nd city will literally stop the thoughts of everyone in their vicinity. If a city that increases the wavelength between the particles of the subatomic world, and in doing so, it is a city that increases the wavelength between the particles of the subatomic world, and in doing so, it slows down perceived time. Every city floods the energy field of humanity with its essence. So the presence of even a small number of beings at this level of consciousness will change the way in which all human emotions operate. Wow, this kind of influx of stillness into our planetary aura will make it possible for many millions of people to follow their right destiny into far wider service of the whole. I love that. And I love that he just connected it to the emotions, because honestly, you normally think that Cancer energy is going to be like too much emotion, about all this stuff, crying and all this stuff. But the truth is that what if we were invited into stillness? And that reminds me of the power of the solar plexus, and specifically the undefined solar plexus, which its natural state is a non-emotional, like no highs and lows in the waves. The 52nd. Dawn says, I read 55 before I knew. Beatrice has the 55 and the 22. Yeah, those two gene keys are like pretty crazy. So I want tomorrow we're going to do another broadcast, and we're going to talk about the human design gate, which is the 52nd gate, called the Gate of Stillness, in the root center, with collective understanding circuit and connections to the channel of concentration. So there's an opportunity here for us to like really be able to focus on something, like to sit down and really focus. So I would say that the day of the full moon, if you happen to have that channel completed, you're going to want to know. So definitely make sure to join me tomorrow at the same time to go to go over the human design transit reading for the full moon. But here's what I want to leave you with. The more selfless your intention, the more power it will have. My gift to you. This is a message from this beautiful full moon. I come to relieve you of your stress and to remind you that everything in nature, including you, has its own timing and growth pattern. Your intention are like seeds. If you start something from a place of fear, the seed of fear will permeate the entire endeavor. So, if you want your dreams to grow and thrive, just hold a clear intention, infuse it with goodwill, and trust that your dreams know just how and when to bloom. It's time to befriend restraint, practice patience, learn how to not interfere. Let your life and dreams unfold without too much pushing or prodding. And remember, more often than not, growth and transformation take place below the ground. Under the trapdoor. I'm just kidding. And the greatest seeds take the longest to germinate. So beautiful. Yes. Hi, Ariel. Yes. So beautiful. She says that's so interesting because, I was thinking about that. We were like accidentally looking into this one when we were looking at the Leo King chart. And for some reason, I don't know how this got messed up. Probably because I have all these papers all over me and I see all these numbers because I'm like looking into the astrology of like way the future. And sometimes I'm like, wait, was that the moon or that the moon? But yeah, we were looking into this one. And then I was like, oh, somehow I must have seen this information somewhere in there. But yes, you're welcome, Maria. Yeah, I love the idea of stillness too. I really do. Yes, the seeds of stillness. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today and being patient with my crazy, annoying screen that keeps on doing that. I don't know why I'm bringing attention to it because I can't stand it. But I'm going to let you guys go and I will see you tomorrow. I actually also did, I'm starting to do the Capricorn videos. So if you have Aries, Leo, and Sag in your chart, I do too. Then check out, I did that video, all the fire signs for Capricorn season earlier today. So go check that video out. Tomorrow, I'm just going to continue with them and try to do one a day. And yes, so here we go. Here we go. Are you ready for Capricorn season? Boom. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a beautiful rest of your day and Sat Nam. Peace.